In America, a murder every 24 minutes.
Cobra is a 1986 American action film directed by George P. Cosmatos and written by Sylvester Stallone, who also stars in the titular role. Loosely based on the novel A Running Duck by Paula Gosling, later published as Fair Game and filmed under that title in 1995, Cobra follows police detective Marion Cobretti as he investigates a string of violent crimes while also protecting a witness targeted by the perpetrators. Plot: a mass shooting at a supermarket in Los Angeles evolves into a hostage crisis, which prompts the Los Angeles Police Department to summon Lieutenant Marion Cobretti, played by Sylvester Stallone, a member of their elite zombie squad, to resolve the crisis. Infiltrating the supermarket, Cobretti stands off with the shooter, who espouses social Darwinist ideals and mentions a new world, and kills him before he can execute a group of hostages. As the scene is processed, Cobretti is reprimanded by Detective Monte, played by Andrew Robinson, for his seeming disregard for police procedures and protocols, while Cobretti himself admonishes a group of reporters harassing him for not prioritizing the safety of potential victims. Unbeknownst to the authorities, the supermarket incident is only part of a string of seemingly unconnected violent crimes in Los Angeles committed by the aforementioned New World, a social Darwinist cult that despises modern society and believes in killing the weak, leaving only the strongest and smartest to rule the world. Ingrid Knudsen, played by Brigitte Nielsen, a model and businesswoman, becomes the New World's priority target after witnessing several cultists, including their leader, only known as the Night Slasher, played by Brian Thompson, going on a killing spree. She is placed under the protective custody of Cobretti and his partner Sergeant Tony Gonzalez, played by Renny Santoni, after a failed attempt on her life. When more attempts to kill Ingrid and Cobretti are committed by multiple cultists, Cobretti theorizes the Night Slasher and his crimes are being committed by a larger organization of killers of the New World, but his theory is rebuffed by his superiors. However, the LAPD agrees with Cobretti that it will be safest if Ingrid be moved out of Los Angeles. Cobretti, Gonzalez, and Ingrid travel to the small town of San Remos, where Cobretti becomes romantically involved with Ingrid. The New World sends their second-in-command, Nancy Stalk, played by Lee Garlington, to infiltrate their police escort and compromise their whereabouts. Despite Cobretti's suspicions and mistrust of Nancy, he does nothing, and the group spends the night in a motel. At dawn, the New World arrives in San Remos on motorcycles and besieges the motel. In the ensuing shootout, Cobretti manages to kill many of the New World cultists, but Gonzalez is wounded and their motel room is destroyed. Cobretti and Ingrid flee San Remos in a pickup truck, but the cultists give chase and wreck the pickup truck with a roadblock, forcing the pair to flee through a grapefruit plantation to a nearby steel mill, pursued by the Night Slasher, Nancy, and the remaining cultists. Cobretti manages to defeat the rest of the New World cultists in the steel mill and gets Nancy killed when the Night Slasher accidentally shoots her during a struggle with Cobretti. The Night Slasher fights Cobretti in vicious hand-to-hand combat, but is killed when Cobretti impales him with a large hook that drags him into a furnace, burning him alive. With the New World vanquished, the California Highway Patrol secures San Remos, and Gonzalez is rescued and hospitalized. As Cobretti is cleared by his superiors, Monte arrives and initially appears apologetic, only to again chastise Cobretti for overdoing it, prompting Cobretti to punch Monte in the face before he and Ingrid ride away on a motorcycle. About the film, Cobra was directed by George P. Cosmatos and written by Sylvester Stallone. The film loosely based on the novel A Running Duck by Paula Gosling. The casting of Cobra includes Sylvester Stallone, Brigitte Nielsen, Rennie Santoni, and Andrew Robinson. Cobra was filmed in various locations, including Los Angeles. The production was handled by Warner Bros. And the Cannon Group. The soundtrack of Cobra features a mix of rock and pop music, including the song Angel of the City, performed by Robert Tepper. The score was composed by Sylvester Stallone. Cobra was released on May 23, 1986. The film had an estimated budget of around $25 million and went on to gross over $160 million worldwide. Critical reception was mixed. While the film gained popularity among action movie fans, some critics found fault with the simplistic plot and excessive violence. Cobra has achieved a cult status among fans of 1980s action cinema. 10 interesting facts about Cobra movie. 1. The custom 1950 Mercury driven by Cobretti in the film was actually owned by Sylvester Stallone. 2. Sylvester Stallone said he got the idea for the LAPD's Zombie Squad from a real-life zombie squad in Belgium, comprised of cops who go out at night and handle crazed criminals on their own terms. 3. Brigitte Nielsen wore a wig for her role as Ingrid. However, her trademark short blonde hair does make an appearance during Ingrid's modeling shoot. 4. The submachine gun that Marion Cobretti used in the last showdown with the cyclist is a 9mm Jati-Matic made in Finland. The submachine gun did not receive an export permit outside of Finland, so the gun was smuggled in for filming the movie. 5. The Night Slasher character was loosely based on serial killer Richard Ramirez. 6. David Rasche went to play Sledgehammer. Lee Garlington was guest star. 7. Brian Thompson had to buy his own ticket to see the film himself personally because he was not invited to the film's premiere by the film's producers and Warner Bros., which still mystifies him to this day. 8. The original rough cut was over 2 hours long. Due to concerns it might not be a hit, the final cut was 87 minutes, resulting in numerous continuity errors. 9. In 2017, Sylvester Stallone used his Instagram page to post a picture of Cobretti standing next to the 1950 Mercury car with the caption, "Flashback or Comeback." Thousands of fans used this as the opportunity to lobby Stallone for a sequel or director's cut Blu-ray of the film. 10. When Sylvester Stallone was on set, he was in fact literally directing the film with George P. Cosmatos acting as the on-set director.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos and don't forget to press like button and share.